is in ruin and ready to collapse. The so-called resistance leaders, they rage bait the slaves, pushing their own demise. Stay angry indeed. Black pills of despair rain from the sky. No one can stop the fall. No one can stop Black Chad, demon of despair.
No, stop putting your emotion into it.
Wait,
we need to look for alternatives.
what's this?
Look for solutions. We can't just, give in to despair and this program demoralization of the West. Come on, guys.
What? You're not full of rage or despair? Fine. I will imprison you in an astral dungeon and keep you away from the others. No one will hear about your alternatives or your solutions or your silly indie brands. No one cares. The despair programming must continue.
What?
Welcome to Forever, nerd.
You haven't won, Black Chad.
Oh, yeah?
I'll talk to and review every indie creator I can, and we'll fight against your despair.
Even the bad ones?
Yes, even the bad ones.
Oh.
You don't get it. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me!
Oh.
Now on with the show.
Yes. Hail nerds. What's up, guys?
Hello.
What is up?
What is up? How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
For a Saturday.
Yeah.
Just
Sure.
kidding. Yeah, so obviously we record on different days, but this will be coming out on a Saturday. So we got to bring that Saturday vibe. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Get the
Let me go get my stash then. My Saturday. stash.
Whoa. I don't know what that means, but I'm interested.
Let's just say there's going to be some smoking in the boys' room.
What?
Get the Zitar going.
You hippie. All right. So
Yeah,
we've got
man.
returning guest Nick Phoenix, and Mr. Phoenix here. You've got what Screecher going on right now? Is it Screecher 2?
Yep. Screecher 2 was on Kickstarter last month to raving success. Literally my best one yet.
Nice.
We are currently in print. It's getting printed right now, so that'll be here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
And we've already started production on Turn Samurai issue 4. So the wheels
Dang,
never stop
4?
turning.
Very nice. Congrats. Not a lot of people get to 4. And we have first time guest. See if I can point to where there he's down there. Mr. Luka Brico. I really appreciate you showing up.
Thank you.
And how have you been, sir?
Pretty good. Doing fine.
Right on.
Currently running a campaign, first ever, on Femme comic. And
Nice.
I'm looking for another publisher. I mean, I'm actually looking for my first ever publisher.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like a first time for everything. So, kind of fun, kind of terrifying. Emotional roller coaster. I've been everything, up, down, somewhere in
Dude.
the middle.
Just relax.
Everything.
You're going to be successful. Trust me. You will.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. And I did promise like a little bit of a surprise, I guess, for the
Yeah.
show. So let me see if I make
Not
this
nudity.
work.
It's not
All
nudity?
right. It's
Okay.
not. It's not.
Oh,
it's
look at
fine.
that.
I did like
Ooh,
a test
next
print.
best thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
You see. Wait, let me see if I can
Enoch
get you
Chuck.
bigger. Enoch Chuck.
Can you
There you
could you a
There we
little
go.
bit more and then put it to
Ooh,
the
look
camera?
at
Can you open see the interior? Let me that is gorgeous. Who did that art
So-
for that?
He did.
Everything. I did everything.
Wow.
Yeah, Luka's
So
the man.
These are the interiors.
Oh, nice butt.
Thank you.
Someone feels
Yeah.
a bit cheeky that day.
You too, Luka.
Yeah.
Wow,
There you
look
go.
at that.
Very cool.
Wow.
This one turned out better than I don't like the digital version of this one that much, but in print it looks pretty good.
Gorgeous.
I remember seeing someone say something like, I ordered this from Mixum, and I remember like I went through Reddit threads to see what people think of Mixum, and someone said that the print is a little bit too good for a comic, and I'm like, that sounds great, and now that I have it in my hands, it is I'm very happy. I'm like definitely continuing going forward with them.
Really? Mix them.
So-
Okay. I've heard mixed
Yeah, I've
things about basically everybody out there. So
Well,
Sure. Yeah.
Well, it's because Mixum isn't a printer; they're a broker. So you are rolling the dice as to which printer they actually use. Sometimes you luck out and you get really good printers, and like for me, I've had nothing but good luck with them. But I've had other friends that were in other parts of the country and other parts of the world, and they got back some of the most embarrassing, like the glue was failing on some of them, like all sorts of really bad QA issues.
Yeah.
The only thing that I could say to help protect you from that is always request a sample print first.
Yeah, this was a sample print, and I guess I could request like, can I get the exact same team because everything was. I'm very happy with the results.
For me, I go with Comics Wellspring for my stuff. They're excellent. I mean, the print shop is like 20 minutes from where I live, so I don't even have to pay for shipping.
That's cheating.
And I can always.
Dude,
well, yeah,
I got ripped on shipping so hard.
Oh,
I got ripped on shipping so hard because I'm European, so that has like you have taxes for your taxes and then taxes and then someone else finds you. So like the books were like $40. And then there was like $70 shipping. And then there was like $30 because they caught my package on the border and then were like, security check, pay up. So there you go. Like 30 to 130, like very quick.
Talk about a shakedown.
I expected it. Like that's, it's just.
If I were you, I would look for a reliable printer either in your country or at least on your continent,
I did. I did look at a couple of them in my country. Most of them do not answer. I got one to answer, and the prices were kind of high. If you pay a lower amount, it's very high. But if you reach the 500s, then it kind of equals out. But you get the lesser quality.
Yeah, we have a friend. We have a friend that does tabletop games, and I think he uses a printer in like Romania or something. So it's possible to get a decent printer in Europe, but I'm kind of just talking a little out of the side of my mouth because I don't know for sure,
Well,
that was a conversation killer.
Mixum is UK. The only thing I'm like looking for right now is like logistics in Europe, if possible, if that could like take down the price of shipping.
Didn't RJ recently start doing some feelers for European distribution? I remember him talking about
it's funny. It's funny you said it because he was right on my brain. I was like, Critical Blast. You should look him up on Twitter. They're
very good. They are very good. I think like shipping for the US is 10 and for EU is 23, which is absolutely hilarious because if I send the package, it's more expensive. But he's like in the US, right?
From
everything I've said, but he does have.
I think Missouri.
He's got proxies.
I believe he has been developing some European contacts. As far as printers are concerned,
that explains that.
Have you looked at Print Ninja or Kablam as alternatives?
I remember looking at some alternatives, and I remember that some of them had like a cap on 80 pages of print, and I'm an absolute maniac. And this test print has, I'll hold it up here. This test print has 110 pages, I think.
Oof.
And the final one should have, like, this is like chapter 1 and 2. And I want to have chapter 3 in there because that's kind of the story requires it. You need the first 3 chapters to really get that's where it starts. Anyway, that's going to be like 150 pages then. And there's like a stretch goal that if we reach, that adds another 8 pages. So that's 158 then. Yeah. And there might be a cover gallery at the end. So we might go like 170 in the end. So
wow,
well, that's
70
huge.
cap does not work for me. So yeah. I went a little bit mad. I went a little bit mad. That's my bad. If I did it all over again, I probably would have been like 40. But
well, that's all right.
We're here right now.
We like Mad Men here, so you're fine.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So that explains the dungeon, I guess. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's change gears a little bit and let's do some nerd trivia based on your guys' your genres.
So hard.
Sure. Well, all right. So you said that your book, Luka, you going for like a Lovecraftian kind of femme fatale thing. So I've got 3 categories. One is Lovecraft, one is femme fatales, and the third is bird heroes. So I figured that would be a good combination for. Yeah, what's a bird hero? You're gonna find out.
Lovecraft, I just like bird hero off the top of my head immediately. That's like the first thing that comes to mind. Like
I know exactly. I know exactly what he's referencing. Well played, sir.
Wait, is this like
God.
Heroes of
The Family
Birds?
Guy episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
Birdman.
hero birds. Like,
All right. Well, let's get into this. Let's see, Luka, since you are since you are a first timer here, you have the option to pick first. Lovecraft, Bird Heroes.
Lovecraft is the only place I have a chance, even. So let's see how that goes.
You got it. All right.
God.
Let's start off with Lovecraft.
yeah.
I like saying that name. Okay, Lovecraft. Question number 1. Lovecraft humorously called his mythos this.
Cosmic mythos
No.
or Cthulhu mythos?
No again.
Damn.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I guess the rules of the game is anybody can shout out the answer. Whoever gets it right or is the funniest gets the point. So that's kind of where we're working with. And so I lay it on the table again. Lovecraft humorously called his mythos this. I'm guessing nothing from Nick. Chris, would you like to take this one?
Yeah, I always thought it was cosmic horror, but if it's not,
All right, let's check it out. So it was August Derleth who called the majority of Lovecraft stories the Cthulhu cycle. Lovecraft himself favored the term Yog Sothothery.
of course he did. Of course,
Yeah, of course
he did.
I
Those
never have.
names.
I have a bonus.
Never got that.
I have a bonus piece of trivia for everyone.
Yeah, let's hear it.
What did H.P. Lovecraft call his cat?
I'm not
The
saying that.
beautiful
I
black
am
man.
not saying that.
Chris knows what I'm doing. Chris caught on.
It's just a nice black cat. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's a nice black cat.
That-
You don't have
that
to worry
cat
about
is
We're
the
in
not
the
light.
book.
trust.
That cat is in the books, by the way. I like bought a collection of his stories, and the cat is
I'm
in
sorry,
there.
I
My
couldn't
eyes
help
kind of like
myself.
just popped a little bit. I don't know why I was surprised they printed that. I thought maybe someone would like run in and like quickly change it, but
Yeah.
I guess they
Wait.
thought like the guy's dead, they can't cancel him. He's immune now, so like yeah. this
Wait,
is
wait,
the story.
wait.
Enjoy.
For those who don't know, was it similar to Mark Twain's Jim character?
Well,
Let's just
pretty
say
much similar.
it's to put it censored. The cat was named N-word man.
Inward. It was Ginger scrambled. All right.
No, could you imagine though, like if the cat was like, cosmic horror, and it was like the Sabrina the Teenage Witch Salem cat, and all it says is, "What you call me?"
Oh, there you go.
Hey, what you call me, B? Careful, this kid's a dog.
Nothing like some old century racism. Okay. Question number 2. The ruler of the outer gods and symbol for primordial chaos is named this. Boop, boop, boop.
Cthulhu.
No.
Didn't you say it earlier? Isn't it the Yog Sothoth or whatever?
It is not. Bam, bam.
Yog
There's like
Shuron.
Azathoth.
I'm sorry?
Azathoth.
Yog Shuron.
Yes, it
The
is in
blind
fact
idiot god.
Azathoth. Yes.
The only
They're
reason
all
I
love
know
him
Yog
really
Shuron
together.
is World of Warcraft.
I absolutely love the character.
Yeah.
Wait, what is the
I have to
doctor?
go back.
What is?
He's
I have to
called
go
the
back
blind
to
idiot
some
god
Lovecraft.
because he's called the blind idiot god because he's asleep and he has this dream, and this dream is all of reality. But he doesn't. He can't make any sense of it. He doesn't know what's going on. Nothing means anything to him. He just keeps having these visions, and these visions
Wait.
are our lives. And
So
he
he's
has
the
like an
windfish
orchestra
from-
around him that's
he's
singing
the
songs,
windfish
so
from
he stays
Zelda?
asleep. What?
Sorry. What's that?
Sorry?
What's that,
He's the
Luka?
windfish from Link's Awakening.
I haven't
Oh
played
yeah,
this
the
game.
windfish. Yeah.
Uh,
Funny, my son beat that game. Well, I guess.
yeah,
I beat
and
it with
anyway,
him, but
if
he mostly
he
played
has
it.
like an orchestra around him that puts him to sleep through the music, because if he wakes
Oh
up,
my
he
God!
kinda,
It is the
like,
windfish.
Yeah.
It's literally.
Well,
the
I mean, how about
he's
the
everywhere.
windfish was Azathoth? How about
Wait,
that?
no, wait. What you're
He's
saying
everywhere,
is
so I'm not surprised.
No,
Yeah.
no, because like
if the
the whole
symphony
point of the
stops,
game
he wakes up.
is
If he
is
wakes
to-
up, everything this is our reality is actually his dream. So
Oh my
if
God!
he
It is
wakes
the
up,
windfish. It is.
what happens to a dream when you wake up? It's kind of gone, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
see,
because
that-
like the whole point of Link's Awakening is you have to find the instruments, like find all the instruments,
Yep.
and play the song and wake him up. It is literally this guy. Holy
Link's
crap!
Awakening is Cthulhu. I got it. I love it.
Yeah, I mean,
oh, sorry.
even if you don't care about the guy, you probably got inspired by him somewhere. You saw.
Honestly,
Yeah, he's
the
got so
parallels
much
are
great
so
shit.
strong. I'm pretty sure the Japanese were inspired by the character when they're creating the Windfish. I think it's pretty clear to me.
Well,
Yeah,
well, no,
it's pretty obvious.
I would say it's probably the other way around. I think H.P. Lovecraft was inspired by Japanese mythology because Yamato, the original name for Japan, was actually an island on the back of a giant catfish, and all of the earthquakes were the catfish waking up.
Huh.
So
Now, see, I watched Last Samurai. I remember that fat dude at the beginning saying it was a sword pulled out of the ocean and it dropped. I guess that one's not true. I don't know.
no, there's all sorts of myths, but yeah,
Hollywood strikes again.
Yeah, the archipelago of Japan supposedly is like
On the back of a
on top.
catfish.
Yeah, and this giant catfish is like when it gets restless. That's the earthquakes and stuff. I mean, you got to make up some myths when you're sitting on the Ring of Fire.
Yeah, turtles all the way down, right? All right.
I mean, what are myths and legends, if not explanations for the unknown?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sure. I mean, you got to understand
interpretations,
metaphysics
stuff like that.
somehow.
Dude,
All right.
I don't know how we're gonna do though with these Lovecraft names because everything is like, something. There's a Y and a G together somewhere, and everything has an auth in it somewhere. Like,
Yeah,
I know. World of Warcraft has a lot of stuff that's directly inspired by Lovecraft,
or
and they have
just
their own
completely
names.
ripped off.
They sound very similar to the actual names. So sometimes
like
just
Cthulhu,
like mix them up.
Yogg-Saron,
like that sounds legit. Like that sounds like his character, but it's not.
Well, that's Blizzard though. I mean, Blizzard hasn't had an original thought in their entire body. Everything Warcraft is the Las Vegas of fantasy.
Sure, it is a bit of a mishmash. Sometimes more than
bring
I
out
like
the
it to
girls.
be.
I mean, okay, so Cthulhu was a giant eye that you fought in Vanilla World of Warcraft, and what do they have in Las Vegas right now? The spear with the LED panels, and they have a giant eye. Like,
I want to see a giant booba.
If you don't like the LA spear, you cannot fight it in World of Warcraft. There you go.
Nice.
Literally, just go down to
that doesn't
1840
sell the
to fight
game.
the LA spear.
All right. Question 3. Question 3 of Lovecraft trivia. Although created by the first book publisher of Lovecraft, August Derleth, in 1939, this great old one, known as Lord of Interstellar Spaces, is the rival and personal enemy of Cthulhu.
Kathleen Kennedy.
No, that's all of us. She's the rival and enemy of all of us.
I'm sorry. I can help it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Who is the rival to Cthulhu? Anybody.
And it's not Shamnagroth or whatever?
No, it is not.
Like, I can't say Nyarlathotep, but that's just like a wild guess.
Word salad.
Probably not.
It is Hathor. Hathor?
Yeah.
Hathor.
How drunk was Lovecraft when he made all these names? Please tell me.
Yeah, are these
The
100%
dude
invented?
hated alcohol. The dude hated alcohol so much.
So that's why
apparently
he
he
created all
hated
this stuff,
black people,
because he's
too.
such a miserable prick, and he
Yeah.
Oh, he was. He was.
Secretly, he was an alcoholic who was fighting his addiction, and he created demons out of it.
Could be.
Terrible
So,
vodka. And he's like,
Instead of the demons in the bottle, he created demons on the page.
yeah.
Sure, wouldn't be the first artist to do that. All right. So for that one, I am going to give it to Cthulhu. Cthulhu wins that round.
Oh no.
Way to go, Lord of Darkness.
Black Chad just took one.
He's like, yes. All right.
Really adopted the darkness.
Yeah. For, let's see. Category number 2. All right. So Nick, Luka got to choose that one. Nick, you've got either Bird Heroes or Femme Fatales.
I'm gonna choose Femme Fatales because I want Chris to do the Bird Heroes.
The Bird Heroes?
Ooh, mau, mau. Ooh, mau, mau.
All right, let me set her up. Okay. Femme Fatales. With his wife's disappearance, having become the focus of an intense media circus, Ben Affleck sees the spotlight turned on
Gone
him
Girl.
as suspect in 2004 movie.
Gone
Sorry,
Girl.
Gone
Girl.
Baby,
Yes.
Gone.
Sorry, you didn't need to finish it, but yeah.
Gone Girl, yes. Beep beep. I mean, ding ding. Yeah, what do you guys think of Gone Girl? Holy crap.
For some reason, feminists love the movie, which, well, honestly, makes perfect sense why they'd love this movie, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like set him up and everything. I mean, look at her. She's crazy.
Basically,
Well,
this
that's-
movie is a poster child for toxic femininity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Conversation
I mean,
we desperately need to have, but you know.
just
Yeah.
a powerhouse in the bed, I bet, though. All right.
Yeah.
The crazy one,
crazy mad ratio. Or, no, it's not
Right. The crazy hot ones. Yeah. So,
Oh, it's hilarious because Neil Patrick Harris is actually in that movie. That's just so ironic. He's putting it up.
Is this the Barney origin story?
I mean, if you
Yeah.
actually like watch How I Met Your Mother, his origin was he was a freaking simp, like a really bad simp before he got dumped, and then he went all Sigma. So
there we go.
he got
There
on
we
his
go.
mindset.
And now he's gay. No. All right.
That's the ultimate.
That is like the reverse of like every Netflix drama ever. It's like a teenage girl's like, "Oh, I went through a bad breakup with a guy. Guess I'm gay now."
It's college. Everything's
Mm.
permitted.
Yeah.
like
it's
literally,
fine now.
it's like the most predictable plot point for every show. Girl
Yep.
breaks up with a guy, she's gay now.
Huh.
Those are me timbers.
I'm glad. I will try to steer away from that. All right. Question
Please,
number
for the love
2
of God.
in Femme Fatales. Let's see. This convicted felon is given a new identity and trained to be a secret police assassin in this movie. Sorry, I got new glasses. Anyways, yeah, it's hard to read. Yes, trained police assassin after being a convicted felon. This is almost a gimme, guys. Boop, 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 boop. Anyway.
I have a feeling that if you show this, I'm gonna hate myself, but I'm drawing a
You're
blank.
gonna
I
hate
can-
yourself.
Is it the Hawkeye chick there? Whatever.
Hawkeye chick. It is
Kate-
not
Kate-
a.
Kate Bishop or whatever.
No.
No.
Oh,
Bam, bam.
Just show it to me. Let's get it over with.
Get it over with. That's what I like to
Just-
hear. I guess say.
Oh, my, La Femme
Got no
Nikita.
return or whatever.
Nikita.
La Femme Nikita.
Yeah. Yep.
I've never actually seen this film.
I saw the movie. What was it, in the 90s? Right. I saw the French version, and then I saw
Yep.
the American version. Maybe it's backwards, right? I saw the American.
You
and
see
then
the
French.
TV show they aired in like the late 2000s?
Yeah,
with
Peter
the
Wilson.
I did. I saw some of it, but by that time I was kind of over the crazy killer woman who can't be stopped and takes on big dudes
Yeah.
all the time.
Girl
And I don't know. It's just, girl boss kind of shit. I was like, all right.
I would recommend you watch Atomic Blonde because, like they actually kind
She's
of
hot.
like they write around the whole like she's trying to fight the bigger dudes. She gets her ass handed to her, but like she barely survives all those fights. It's a little
Yeah.
more realistic in how it handles
Well,
like the. Sorry,
Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead, Chris.
Well, Steven Crowder did this hilarious bit where he tested out the authenticity of all of those fights with a smaller dude. He had like one of his because Crowder's kind of a big dude, and he had one of his buddies fight him with like a high heel and stuff, and he's like, "Nope, that bitch would have been flattened." Like everything, like it's like he gets hit in the chest with a shoe, and the shoe explodes on him, and he's like, "Seriously, can you hit me harder next time?"
I thought-
And even like those movies are like we're progressive. We gave her wedges, but
Yeah.
her heel is still like this. Like I'm sorry, I don't care if you're an immortal Amazon. You're gonna have ankle issues.
Yep.
Bitch, you need to check your ankles. All right. Femme Fatale, question number 3. See if I can read this. All right. Suzanne Stone is an aspiring news anchor who seduces teenage boys to murder for her. Loosely based on true events, she was played by this actress.
God dang it!
Lord
I
help me.
don't know this one.
Was she playing Pamela Smart?
So it is. Well, anybody want to give a guess? Just randomly say a female actress. Female actor?
Amber Heard?
Good guess, but no. All right, we're gonna go with Nicole Kidman. There she is. Yes, and the movie is To Die For. She was
I've never heard
a
of this
weather
movie.
lady or whatever, and
Oh.
she seduces it's got some pretty big names in there.
What's funny is looking at the cover. I for a second there I thought it was Poison Ivy.
Right? Sure looked like it, doesn't it?
Oh dear God, that is like a deep cut from the '90s where people see it like, holy crap, they actually made that movie.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. All right, another femme fatale. You know, it's not all the femme fatales are just hot. Some of them are just fatale. You know what I mean?
Like Monster. Have you seen that one with Charlize Theron?
Yeah. No, I haven't, but I remember where she uglied herself down or whatever.
Yeah, Eileen Wuornos looked like a Sasquatch that somebody ran through a electric razor. But like Charlize Theron is an absolutely gorgeous woman, and like they made her ugly at shaved her eyebrows off, gave her horrible teeth, and I'm like,
remember
she's
that.
Kind of hot.
Fattened her up a little bit too.
Yep. Dude, I was so surprised when I saw the movie and then I saw the actress.
Mm-hmm.
But usually it's for the opposite reason.
See, that's kind of the problem where a lot of these Beauty and the Beast adaptations go through. Not Beauty and the Beast, but Sleeping Beauty adaptations, where it's for example, they had Snow and the Huntsman. Why the fuck is Charlize Theron jealous of Kristen Stewart's beauty, or even the new one? Why the fuck is Rachel Zegler is a pretty good looking girl. But Gal Gadot is on a whole nother level.
Gal Gadot's Miss Israel, man. She's smoking hot.
Rachel Zegler is a princess. Gal Gadot is a goddess.
Yeah.
On a whole different sphere of beauty. Gal Gadot is pretty. Trust me, I date her and whatever. But Gal Gadot
just
is
give her a call, dude.
I'm glad to know that.
Just let that little DM could do a lot of good footage.
I'd buy her a modest price meal.
If Rachel Zegler propositioned me,
I'll give you a discount for my next crowdfunding comic.
Have you heard of this comic called Screecher? It might be your next role.
Yeah, you'll love it.
I'll talk to you about the main characters all night long.
I have this black leather couch.
Look,
we
babe, I
talk
brought
upon.
sketches.
Don't mind the fluids. I had it steam cleaned 2 minutes ago.
Don't tug too hard on those chains. You'll get chafing.
God.
Don't mind the smell. I got all the crap out.
Yeah.
That was the last girl who said no to me.
I tried to convince Amber Heard, and she wasn't too enthused.
Try increasing the discount on the Kickstarter.
I don't know why I did that smoker voice, but it just made it so much better.
I don't know. She's gonna be more confused with why your couch is crusty. He's like, why is it crusty? All right.
Crinkles.
You want the roll, don't you? Just ignore it. You want the roll.
Is this potato chips? All right. So for the third category, we're broke Luka. All right. Oh, there he is. Yes. For our third category, we've got bird heroes.
Yeah.
Since you bring up Screecher, let's talk some bird heroes. All right. Question number 1. Although he's a trained killer who's saved the city with his brooding psychopath partner, this hero is racked with insecurity about his small hands.
Donald Trump saved city?
I
knew he was an American hero. I didn't realize he was a hero to a city.
Oh, Jesus.
My hands aren't small. See? I mean, he is 6'4".
Fake news.
Cool trick. If you call them closer to the camera, they look bigger. So there you go.
Yeah.
Save it. There you go. Oh, do it.
Yeah. All right. Any guesses?
Here has gigantism.
Who has a psychopathic mentor and has an insecurity about his small hands?
I mean, who doesn't?
Any guesses? It's a bird hero.
Bird hero.
Dude, I only know Lacan from League of Legends.
Robin. Yes. If you've ever watched Teen Titans Go, you know that he, in fact, has baby hands.
Baby hands? Say about small hands.
Big ego.
I was going to say small gloves, but...
I'm guessing you guys never saw Teen Titans Go to the movies or anything?
I have taste.
No.
That is too bad. Wow.
Teen
Titans. You just fucking threw the gauntlet down, didn't you?
Well, I was disappointed that they went and did the Teen Titans Go instead of continued Teen Titans, because I used to watch Teen Titans with my nephew when he was younger, and that was a really good series. And then one day we sit down and Teen Titans Go was there, and he's like, "What the hell is this?" And he like changes over to like Bob the Builder or like Uncle Grandpa or whatever.
It's too bad you're missing out. I'm sorry. I'm a fan. The writing is
wait. They like
very
simplified the animation or something.
Yeah, they chibied everybody.
I hate that so much. I hated it as a and as I hated it as a kid. It's just
I can acknowledge that the show is clever with its writing, and still think it's a piece of crap that like I like the serious storytelling of Teen Titans. Yeah. I do not like.
If you're 9,
like
if you're
for
9,
a slapstick show, the writing is clever. I will admit that.
Sure,
it is not the show I want.
Yeah, I mean, if you're 9 and you look at the new animation and you think to yourself, like, man, the studio is so lazy right now, like that's
a good time.
Sure, I'll tell you, I can't name too many cartoons that they explain the Federal Reserve System to children in.
What the hell?
So, exactly.
I will say I have seen Teen Titans Go to the movies, and
the pyramid money.
No, my favorite moment is when Stan Lee makes a cameo in a Teen Titan. Like, I'm sorry, kids, I just love making cameos. It's just like, Stan Lee. Like,
wrong fucking company, old man. All right,
I do appreciate that. So.
Yeah.
Question number 2. Rob Liefeld got his big break in 1988 when he drew for this DC comic miniseries. Oh, look at that perplexing look. I like it.
The horrifically deformed Captain America.
That's sold for like 600 grand or something.
You say Rob Liefeld, that's the only thing in my head. There's like another face that
sorry,
he did.
The first thing I think of is pouches. That's what I think of as pouches.
Yeah,
this is a good one. Yes.
He's like the
final. How could it be if I got like a pouch and I got it signed by Rob Liefeld? He'd do it too, I imagine.
He'd probably be down. I don't know. I've listened to his podcast a few times. He seems like he's funny as shit, but I know he's got like
for sure. I believe that.
Or imagine if I had like a plaster foot or just like a fake foot, and I had him sign it.
Wait, what?
He just says "fuck you." Yeah, because the feet. He doesn't like drawing feet. All right, so the answer is Rob Liefeld's break into comics was with Hawk and Dove.
Oh,
indeed. Yes, he did the miniseries Hawk and Dove.
I legitimately could have guessed that, considering that the theme is like bird heroes, just like name 2 birds.
Yeah,
I didn't know about Hawk and Dove until not too long ago. I think I was watching a Rob Liefeld, documentary or some shit, or image or something, and they talked about Hawk and Dove. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So,
did you see Titans? There was that live action series where they bastardized a couple of the casting.
No,
but dude, they made Hawk and Dove badass. Like they were freaking amazing in that.
Nice.
I mean, Reacher played Hawk, so what do you expect?
Yeah,
but like,
dude,
fun fact. I got a fun fact.
What's that?
The cape for Screecher is directly lifted from Dove from Titans.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. That's nice. You mean it's an homage? Come on, let's get it right.
No, it's a straight ripoff.
It's a straight ripoff. Oh, great. Now Rob Liefeld is going to be calling, or DC, and not for the reasons you want. All right. Question number 3. This cartoon superhero is known for being a good buddy to his dog companion, but I wouldn't want to be called one in the military. Any guesses?
Bamboozled. Absolutely.
I'm trying to think. I'm going through a list of like super pets right now.
He was a cartoon. Not saying he was in a comic book, although I'm sure they made comics of him. I know him from cartoons. So, like Hanna-Barbera cartoons. If that helps narrow it down.
Birdman.
No, it is Blue Falcon, and you do not want to be called a Blue Falcon in the military. Would you like to know why?
Is it like a blue waffle?
Yes, Blue Falcon is you call somebody a Blue Falcon if he's considered a buddy fucker. Yes, that's when you backstab a friend. So you don't want to be a Blue Falcon. Just letting you know. Great cartoon, by the way.
So by buddy fucker, you mean someone stands in the back, not someone who literally fucks their buddy. Because I think there's a lot of military dudes who fuck their buddies, but not in the different way.
Son of
Oh
man.
my God.
Talking about
That's what kind of version of the military. You're the reason why the military's gone crazy, isn't it?
In the Navy.
Everybody's yeah, it's what is it? 150 seamen go down and 75 couples come up in a submarine. Sorry.
Fabulous.
Okay, so
Oh,
fabulous.
Oh no.
Oh, damn.
All right, so I guess let me tabulate all the points, and all right, it looks like Cthulhu has won. Congratulations, Cthulhu!
Yeah.
Glad that you can show up and dominate the Lovecraft category. So, anyways, thanks for playing, guys. I appreciate it. I need like a fanfare or something, you know, like a bunch
So
of.
tell him, Johnny, what does he get?
Soundboard.
Tell him what he won. Absolutely nothing.
God,
You
yo.
get nothing. You win. Good
Nothing.
day, sir.
Yeah.
Karma
The
points
confused
already.
grandpa.
So okay, let's talk about your guys'
Grandpa,
projects.
I mean, Grandpa Joe thought there'd just be a mountain of coke there. He literally had a coke nail in the movie.
He's like,
No,
I'm not
seriously,
going.
watch it.
We're gonna
He
have
literally had the
boiling
coke nail.
Dude, there's got to be an Oompa Loompa song about that.
Wait, about his coke nail?
Yeah.
Oompa doompa doo. Yeah, don't do coke,
Too
kids.
much coke for you will make you go blind. What do you
why
get
Yeah.
when you start up your check?
No more boners. All right. Let's see. All right, so
I've heard
let's
of
look
whiskey
at
jigging,
some
but
of your
that's
stuff
ridiculous.
here. Let me clean it up a little bit. Get rid of some of this trash. You know what I mean? There we go. All right, so we've got. Let's do Phoenix Press here. So you've got a bunch going on, don't you? Like you've got. Let me
Yeah,
see.
my link tree is like really out of date.
Yes.
I'll
Yeah,
send
for
you
real.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I just said
Fucking half-assing it, Nick. Jesus Christ! Look at my no. All
Well,
right.
if you want to
I'm
talk
just
about
kidding.
something I didn't check out private chat, but if you want to talk about something I didn't half-ass, you can check out my Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah.
1 second.
That's where the real good heat.
Really got to make me work here, don't you? All right. Let me.
No, right? We all have
Speeding
to
up
sing
time.
for a supper.
Let's see. Paste. IR can computer. Okay. Add. There we are. Haha. Screecher number 2. Friendly fire. Huh? That's cool.
Oh yeah.
So what is Screecher 2 about?
All right. So in Screecher 1, she got her suit. We found out the plot. Her dad had been in jail for a crime did not commit, and she did kind of an impromptu raid on the Garden of Eden, which is like the headquarters of Eden Pharmaceuticals. And so Eden Pharmaceuticals was like, all right, well, Harrison Fletcher has hired a mercenary, so we're gonna hire one of our own. Get me Shiva. And we're introduced to a childhood friend of Avery, Chandra Main, who is a bit
Nice and
bitter.
diverse.
I mean, she's hot, so who cares?
I mean, you gotta make sure that you're diverse. Definitely. That's why I have an Arab in my story.
She's okay. One of the few things, like going to college, I had this animation teacher that like we were like opposite ends of the spectrum politically. But one of the things she said that it kind of stuck with me is when you're creating characters, you kind of need to apply the axiom: do they need to be white? As in, like, can this character be a different race? Because I do feel like when you're creating characters from whole cloth, I don't like race swaps. I don't like that kind of tokenism. But when you're creating something whole cloth, it is kind of important. Like if I'm setting it in medieval Poland, everyone's gonna be white, obviously. But if it's gonna be like modern America, then I kind of feel like I should have different colors, different ethnicities of the kind of thing. It makes for a more organic book, in my opinion.
Sure. I mean, depending. Yeah, and it's kind of funny because like, what's that?
Sorry. Well, I mean,
No,
if you're in
sorry.
a city, that's a guaranteed. I mean,
This book is set in Ann Arbor. Like this book is set in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I don't know if you've been to Ann Arbor, but like there's a lot of Indian people running around, so it's perfectly sensible.
Just don't go to Dearborn.
Yeah, I thought it was taken over by Somalians.
Actually,
Is that all right?
No, that's Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
So Dearborn is the largest concentration of Arabic people outside the Middle East, and honestly, it's a pretty nice town. I go there for like Dearborn's like half hour, 45 minutes from where I live.
Sure.
It's pretty nice actually.
Just don't
They got
try
a
to
really
leave
nice
those
I believe you.
restaurants.
They got a really good record store called Dearborn Music there. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well,
what's
wait,
the gay
music
scene
is
like?
haram.
Yeah, what's the gay scene like? I bet the gay bars are terrible.
Why is it on a 13-story building?
Oh,
It's just a door.
No. So their gay bar is called the Headless. And
Yeah.
what
Oh,
what
God.
happens- when you walk in, literally guillotine comes in and slices your head off. So
There's a big sign that
Oh,
says,
that's
"Welcome
cool.
to the gay bar. We will rock you," and it's just a hand holding a rock.
We will raw.
oh my god.
Oh shit! All right,
Or-
so your stickers. Who did you get to do your stickers? I think it's the same one who did mine.
Mrs. H is the lady who did these stickers.
Yeah. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because I thought I saw you promote her or something on Twitter, and I was like,
second.
"Oh, cool!" So I hit her up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, she's really great. I've worked with her on a lot of my stuff before. Like she's done a lot of my stickers. Actually, can show you the stickers. I'm kind of grabbing them right now. But yeah, it's a bonus for people. I got them printed. You know.
nice. And you got 6 a.m. doing it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was the one he did for issue 1. That Screecher. We sadly did not get that stretch goal, but you know we got one stretch goal. Well, 1.5 anyway. Okay.
Dang, the Joe Sontag cover.
Well,
Yeah.
that was a stretch goal that we didn't reach, but he did agree to do it if we did reach it. So
That's pretty cool too. Yeah, I didn't think I hit him
you
up.
can you highlight me, please?
Yes,
You know,
1 second.
Yep. So this is one of the stickers, and then this is the other one for Screecher.
Oh.
This is Screecher herself. You know.
Oh.
Cool.
Yep. And then I have some from previous campaigns. Like this is from Turn Samurai, the Turn Samurai issue 3 campaign. I still have a bunch of these left.
Nice.
Probably start selling these at cons here.
Yeah. Do you sell any chibis at cons ever?
Ooh.
I
cool.
need to. You know, this is Kiro, the main character from Turn Samurai. I have a bunch of others, but like they're kind of scattered around here. So
Sure.
Hell yeah.
And there we go. Pretty cool. And
Yeah.
so, what are your plans for Screecher? Are you just going to keep running with it, or is it like a self-contained? You know, you're only going to do so many.
well, right now the goal is to work towards a volume 1, which is going to be 4 issues in volume 1.
Okay.
The plan is roughly similar to what it is Turn Samurai, is to go for full volume, and then once that's completed, like take some time and kind of fix some things up. Like with Screecher, when I go to trade, I'm going to recolor issue 1, and then with Turn Samurai, there's a bunch of things I got to do, and then release it as like a trade paperback, or in Turn Samurai's case, I'm going to do manga format for Turn Samurai. That's going to be pretty cool.
That's a decent idea with manga going nuts.
Yeah, and like even among comics, floppies, they do okay, but the real money is in trades. That's where where the real money is made, you know. And so I know that like if I can get this into a trade, you know, I'm doing like $2,000 Kickstarters or whatever. But if I can do a trade, I could probably do a $10,000 one, $20,000 or who knows how much. And then from there, the sky's the limit. You know, getting to other different places.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. At least I mean, I like your plan. That's a great idea. Yeah, it's really neat. And you also had, so you got the Samurai one, you've got Screecher, and what else did you say you had? I thought there was another one.
Yeah, there's a third one that's it's a bit on hold at the moment.
You lost somebody.
Oh, I think Luka. I had to go. But like I have Project Access. That's a bit of the project's been on hold because like the creator and I had a bit of a falling out, and I stopped doing it. I'm starting to mend the fence with the artist, but like I might go in a different direction at this point. But Project Access will return at some point. I just don't know when. So right now I'm just focusing on Screecher and Torn Samurai. Those are my big two.
Nice.
Yeah. 1 second. I think he's trying to message me.
Oh. Internet go down.
Okay. Yeah, he just had to come back. 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be right back, I think. Anyways.
So yeah, this is literally my most successful campaign yet in terms of like what I raised. So it's really awesome. I got 2 different covers for it. Pretty cool. You know, I'm even doing a second printing of Troran Samurai issue 1 with this print run.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. I still have like a bunch of copies of issue 1 left, but like I'm kind of starting to run low. So I figured, might as well do another print run while I have the chance. That way, if I do run out, it's all good. But the fact that, like, if I were to say, like, how much issue 1 is sold in a year, I would say probably at least 400 copies. By my estimation.
Good for you.
Did a 500 copy print run, and I'm almost out of issue 1. So I think it might be 450-ish.
How many pages are your books?
They're 20 pages each.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to find a way to bring down my prices a little bit, you know, and make them, I don't know. I have to figure that out another time. But I want to make it more accessible, you know, for everybody.
I mean, I literally do floppies. That's my thing. Like, I'm doing, like, individual issues. Like, literally what you do with your book is what I'm building towards my book. Like, for example, Screecher. That's going to be, like, 100, like, 80 pages of content. You know, I'll try and, like, add some more stuff to make it, like, an additional, like, close to 100. But, like, what you do with one issue, I've been building up for years to do.
Yeah, right.
That. So it's really all relative, you know.
It's a good idea, though. Like, I'm dumb, so I just jump into the deep end and say I'll figure it out. And, yeah, that can be really, really time-consuming and costly. So
yeah, like, I just kind of have the system where it's, like, the cons pay for the production, and then the Kickstarter Indiegogos pay for the printing and the shipping.
Sure.
And it works.
Yeah. Clearly, it's working for you.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Let's see. All right. That's pretty cool. I guess let's switch gears. Luka, let's talk about your project. What is it? Let me see if I can pull it up. You've got Ivarian, is that correct?
.com. That's kind of like the portal to everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
So like the banner is the Fund My Comic page, and these 3 also work as you can see it, like read chapter 1 for free, read chapter 2 for free, and chapter 3 is crowdfunding. Like those are clickable buttons.
Whoa, that's awesome, dude. How well do you do with that? Just like, because I want to be able to give people something for free to get their attention. You've got like 80-page book or something, right? What's the chapter?
The first 100 pages are free to read.
Dang.
Wow.
I am a little bit dumb, but my philosophy was like, listen, every time I see someone who's successful, like, this dude worked on Batman, this dude worked on Spider-Man, this dude worked with Marvel, DC. Oh, he was a friend of Stan Lee, and then there's me, like, high in the corner, like, empty-handed. So I thought, well, I kind of need to, like, jump into the scene with a blast. You know, I don't have, like, the cool titles. I don't have the history, the career, whatever. So I'll just make something really awesome. I'll try to prove to people that I want to do this. I'm good at this. Like, give me a chance. So this was, I thought, like, this is the best way forward.
Well, so go ahead. Sorry.
The first 100 pages are free to read, so you can, like, figure out if you're vibing with me or not, and then you can, you know, actually support it on Fund My Comic or whatever, wherever I go afterwards. That's chapter 3. Chapter 3 hits a little bit harder. Like, I'm figuring out stuff as I go. And that newsletter sign up always gets cut up differently.
That's
like every time I go to the website, like a different part of the picture
it's covered.
Yeah, it's an image
gone into the
issue.
void.
I run into those.
I don't know. It's funky.
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty cool. 100 pages seems a little excessive, but I know where you're coming from. I see it. It makes sense. It's like not all of us had an opportunity to jerk off Stanley. So it's like,
I mean, he's kind of doing the Gillette.
I think you agreed a little fast, but I'm glad that you agreed.
I mean, the way I see it, Luka is doing the razor blade model. He's giving away the blades, the blades to sell the razors or whatever. How it goes.
Yeah.
God damn it! You stumbled through that one. I think I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, you want to give the first hit for free, right? So here you go, kid. Here's
that's a big hit, though. That's like what, 200 pages for free?
Yeah, 100 or no, 100.
100. This is 100. Like chapter 3, there's gonna be like a free preview for every chapter, like 5 to 10 pages, depending on the chapter. But after that, I did think about making everything free, and then people kind of support it by buying like the print version or something. But
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh that like at one point I would just have like 2,000 pages for free on the internet and homeless somewhere, and now I'd be like,
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
like, what did you?
Well, yeah, because if you give away all of your store, you know,
Mhm.
your supply, then there's
Yeah,
there's
like-
nothing to.
I really don't
Someone's-
understand how webcomic people eat. I don't.
I know.
I don't either. I mean, maybe like merchandise, I could like sell a shirt and that would cover everything, but I don't want to bet on that exactly. So
No.
I mean, depending on how you do things, like I know there are some creators where it's like the digital version is free, but if you want the print
Mhm.
version, you have to pay. And they
That-
actually
that's
do
what I
make
did-
they do make pretty decent money off of that. But
that's what I
it's
did consider.
it's not a one size fits all solution.
And the second thing is, I thought that that there is like a middle ground where I can just constantly do giveaways or give people free codes and stuff like that. So, and that way, like I do give it away for free, but I also like drag attention on my Twitter, Instagram, or whatever social media exists in like 2 years because everything is so chaotic on the internet right now. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was the plan.
I mean,
so
like we're all just trying to find ways to get noticed. So like you doing something
Yeah.
that's drastic, it's giving away 100 pages. That certainly does kind of call a little bit of attention to you. So props.
that's what I did. I mean, that's how I thought about it.
I mean,
Just-
his art pulls my attention, but yeah.
like I'm not a marketing guy, so like what else can I do? Well, I could just make the best thing I have and then hope for the best, hope people react.
Well,
What's your past? What's your experience with all this? Because like you're
freelance
obviously damn
illustration.
good.
Freelance illustration. So
Okay.
I do illustrate for a living, and I still do that on this. I'm not looking for commissions as much right now as I'm focusing on this mainly
Mhm.
now, and I'll see how that goes.
Yes.
Do I need to-
I lucked out. I got in before the book.
Yeah, that is gorgeous. I don't know.
Thank
like
you.
your coloring is so great.
Yeah,
I really
I'm
enjoy it.
constantly changing
so
it,
do you
experimenting with
color
that.
digitally or by hand? Because it has like a hand,
everything's digitally, and main reason is because speed.
Mm.
Like
I
could do
I gotta say,
I could do
like,
stuff traditionally, but that would require a lot of planning. I would have to be like way more careful, and
Yeah.
well, here's the
it's-
thing though. Like, even though I can clearly tell it's digital coloring, you still do it in a way where it does still kind of look kind of hand colored. Like
Yeah,
there's a
there's
certain
some
texture
texture
to the yeah.
I did paint traditional. I do have like an academic background. I've tried everything from like painting oils to the etching and
It shows.
dry
It
ink,
really does
photography,
show.
stuff I don't even remember anymore. I painted with smoke on glass, like a little
Dang.
bit of everything just kind of like comes back then to the medium you're mostly using. You learn a little bit every time
Yeah.
you like switch tools. Let's
Yeah.
say.
So what's
Um,
the plot? What's the setting and story?
Dear Lord, I have been setting this up for like 10 or 20 years, and I love it when people tell me like, so what's it about? Like what's Planet Earth
Yeah.
about?
Yeah. And you're like, where do I
elevator pitch?
start?
But it's-
Yeah.
like the shortest it's a high/dark fantasy femme fatale, and it's taking like the current setting is filled with barbarians, and there's also like a nightmare realm attached to it.
Hmm.
So like I never know where to like start with the pitch. Like the main nemesis, the main enemy of book 1, The Curse of the Crown, are the Sunless and their current master Shanthra, who is like this strange creature that kind of does and doesn't communicate, and his domain is the realm of like psychology and war, and he's kind of doing like a lot of horrible stuff. And now like it's always tough for me to talk about this stuff because I don't know how much I revealed yet, and what's like a spoiler and what's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so I guess the easiest thing to do would be to explain what are the chapters about. So chapter 1 introduces us to arguably the main character, which is Syra, a warrior princess. And she's sent on a series of missions by her father to cleanse shrines that have been corrupted by Shanthra. So I should probably add that Shanthra is currently in the Nightmare Realm. That's where he resides right now, but he's not happy. He doesn't want to be there. He wants to come back to planet Athoria. That's where the high fantasy stuff happens.
Yeah.
And in order to survive here, he needs to corrupt nature and block the sun. So of course, it's not good for everything that's currently alive there. And he's, like,
does he
slowly
work with
seeping in.
Klaus Schwab? No, sorry.
Bill Gates.
He's working with Bill Gates.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, funny you should mention it because Sunless are mostly attracted to people who have a lot of power. So that's kind of how that worked. I guess maybe that's.
I mean, you said she's a female, right?
Chantra, I don't know. Like I call him a dude in my head, but I think like the best thing would be to say it.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, so Saira is on a mission sent by her father to cleanse shrines. And in chapter 1, the cleansing goes horribly wrong and she becomes corrupted, after which she fights her sister Rena, who came there to save her. So that's chapter 1, like a nutshell without any of the spoilers. Chapter 2 follows Ayla. So the book is called Iverian. I thought a lot about what to call the book and I settled on Iverian. Why? Iverian is a type of humanoid who came from the Nightmare Realm into this world and then they adapted. And they like divided into countless subspecies and they all adapted in different ways with different things. So they even have like a naming structure. So for example, chapter 2 has Ayla. Ayla is an Iverian Faanar Rosari. So Faanar means that she evolved with like forests and plant-like stuff. And Rosari means that she evolved with a specific type of flower. And has like specific abilities. So there's also like Faanar, Iverian Faanar Atu in the book. And the Faanar Atu are kind of like autumn types that just have a lot of tree branches and barks are all over their body. That's kind of how they evolved to be camouflaged when standing in front of trees. And Ayla is more of a type that's very flowery. So book 1 follows her. And she's probably the last of her kind. And she's living with the Atu. And it's not going too well for her. They don't really like her so much. They don't understand her. They consider her a threat, so she doesn't really fit in. And so there's like a little bit... The story kind of explores that a little bit, how she doesn't fit in with the current Iverians she's surrounded with, after which she wanders into the forest and encounters a Sunless, like a minion of Chantra. And that leads then to a whole series of events. And again, I don't want to spoiler it.
Well, that's what gets it all kicked off, right?
Ayla is a fun character for me because basically how Ayla came like to be, why I imagine her, is I was talking to my wife and she wanted to do a cover. And I was like, that's so sweet. I'm going to like make a character that kind of fits you a little bit more. So like, you know, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. Kind of type.
Yeah, that's nice.
And initially, like, Ayla was initially kind of inspired by my wife to be like a very gentle person, caring, nurturing. But as the story evolved, she kind of became... Some characters just kind of take the pen from you, and then they write something for themselves. So like she completely changes it at the end, and I did not expect it until I got to the end. I saw what she went through. I saw what like the situation looks like, and my brain was like, that's not what she does. She's not gentle anymore. She's not fragile. This is a different person now. This changes everything.
Isn't that funny how that works?
I mean, I love that. I love when that happens. When you're like either writing or visual designing a character, and they're just like, no, this is what it looked like. That just gives them more life in my own eyes.
It's character development too. I mean, you can't force them to stay in the chrysalis.
Yes. And chapter 3 should arguably be chapter 1. So I played a lot of like free-to-play MMORPGs, fantasy, and one of the things you see in those games is you start and they're like, the great goddess Gaia created the earth, and then her evil brother, Big Boy, decided that he doesn't like her, so created a war between the dragons and the age, and you're just like sleeping there. So you don't even know if you like the game. You don't even know if you're gonna see like the main menu and then just log out immediately. And they're really like bombarding you like, here's the lore and here's everything. So I just said like, I hate that. I'm not gonna do that. So chapter 1 and chapter 2 are just like character developments. They just follow characters in the world. They're not huge. They're not these epic beasts. They're just characters. So chapter 3 then starts with the Mother Gaia created the earth and the angels, but it starts with King Varon. I still kept it kind of like small. I don't want to bother people to how the world came to be. I just like, what's the politics of this area? Like, why are we here? So chapter 3 has like 2 parts. Part 1 explores like the world, the lore, the setting. And it mostly explores it through the monologue of King Varon, who was there during the Rokashi Wars, which you can see at the start if you scroll down a little bit. I mean, it's easy. Oh, wait, is it?
No,
It's
that's the
up.
bottom.
It's up. I keep. So yeah, this is King Varon.
Okay.
And you can see like these red guys. They're the Rokashi. They're an Iverian Zyvera Rokashi. They evolved with beasts. They evolved specifically with these lizards that you can see like tripping down. So they're like invading Korathia, which is their specific region, and they're burning and they're pillaging, and it's kind of like a typical Conan-like story where King Varon is just like, he's a little kid at the start. You can see like his arms are like look scrawny and thin. I really wanted to be like.
I mean, not compared to me, but that's
yeah.
fine.
I was gonna say.
No. If you scroll up a little bit, you see like first page is how he looks now generally.
okay.
But then the next frame is like, he looks like XQC,
like here.
thin. Yeah, like he has thin arms. He started as a kid, and the war kind of toughened him, and then he became this kind of big brute, and then he got recognized for his military tactics and prowess.
Yeah,
he
like back here.
Yeah, and then he kind of becomes a warlord, and other characters join him. So it follows his story. It follows his story. It establishes the Rokashi as like an enemy faction that constantly invades and attacks humans, and they will be very present throughout the.
And they're from the nightmare realm.
No,
is that right?
Yes and no.
Or is that spoilers?
Kind of. I mean, there is an original Iverian core, which also will be in this book, but that's like chapter 9 or something. There is an Iverian core. They're the original one that came from the Nightmare Realm to this world, Athoria. And then the Iverian core like kind of spread across the globe, and they just kind of evolved into different Iverians that got like subspecies and then another subspecies on top of that.
Yeah.
So like by now they're like completely. They could be like allied. They could be enemy factions, like same as humans basically. Like if like Ayla is traumatized by the Rokashi. If you just scroll down again a little bit, like this scene here with the horsemen. I did not know what the Rokashi looked like then, so I was like, this is just like a blurry, traumatic vision. Just have fun with it. So this is the first depiction of the Rokashi, how she remembers them. It was just a traumatizing experience for her, where they burned her entire village and like she was the last survivor and everything. So if a Rokashi sees Ayla, who's a Rosari, that's instant fighting.
At
least her boobs didn't spill out. I would just want to say that. That's
I was
good.
careful with that. So and then chapter 3 also has like a part 2 that follows Lissa, and that's Varon's daughter, as she travels through the Nightmare Realm. And the Nightmare Realm is going to establish the big bad and what that looks like, and it's going to like show some red herrings basically. So that's going to be a lot of fun. The Nightmare Realm was kind of developed as a storytelling plot for me, because this is a franchise. I want to work on this franchise for the next 30 years if I can somehow figure a way to do that. So
I understand. I'm in a similar situation.
Yeah. So I asked myself, like, when I was deciding, like, okay, this is where you go. There's no more changing plan. What do you like to do? I like high fantasy, so that's like a no-brainer. That's easy. I can have a world that's high fantasy, and that allows for a lot of stuff to happen in there. But I also always had, in every like edition version of the world I had before this, when I was just like spitballing it in my head, I had some kind of nightmares going on. And I just said, like, just make the Nightmare Realm then. Like, you have so many characters that can just immediately fit in there. So the Nightmare Realm is just kind of pure chaos and randomness.
Yeah.
Which is why a lot of characters don't really like. There are some characters who thrive in there, absolutely, but there are a lot of them just like don't want to stay there for too long. So that's just like a place where anything can happen as long as it's horrible. And sometimes as
long as it's horrible.
Yeah, as long as it's horrible, it can happen over there. So yeah, that's like I have Athoria, which is kind of more grounded fantasy. I don't want anyone to just like swing their hands and a mountain explodes and deal with it. But that can happen in the Nightmare Realm. The Nightmare Realm is where kind of I allow myself a lot of creative freedom and just explore stuff that I maybe wouldn't do otherwise.
Yeah.
So yeah, chapter 2 is going to deal with the exploration of the Nightmare Realm, and I'm already completely pumped up for all the horrible ideas that I have. So chapter 2 is just going to be like Alice in Wonderland, but everything goes wrong even more.
Nice. Well, you gotta take everything from the hero before they can really shine, right?
Oh yeah. I have like one thing I say to myself when I'm writing character is just like beat your kids. Don't actually do that. Don't. This is not parenting advice. This is writing advice. Just beat your kids. And if you have a favorite child, beat them even more. Like they deserve. Like I have a character that's coming up, but that's like book 6 or 7. So he's like you're gonna see him 10, 20 years if everything works out just fine. And his name is Gabriel. And he's like this priestly character that organizes an army. And that's all he was. He was just really cool. He had an army behind him, and everyone kind of hated him, and then everyone loves him. And I'm like, wait, how do you do that?
Yeah,
like everyone hates you, and then you just turn them into holy soldiers that follow you to like attack Satan himself. How do you do that? And then I started beating him up, and now I can't wait to tell his story. But we're all gonna be like gray by the time I get to him. So I hope I didn't get anyone like too excited for him. Like he's a long time away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have a lot of characters here.
Well, it's also, you said 30 years. Looking forward to taking this IP as long as you can, kind of, right? So that's great, because that's just going to be plenty of time to explore everything, and with you looking so far in the future, putting 100 pages out there, it does make sense. For me as #just a writer, that's tough to say. I can't do that. I don't have that art.
Yeah, I do everything myself. So worst case scenario, I just kind of like wasted some time and got like a cool book out of it that I can maybe like show to someone. It's gonna be fun at parties if I just like whip it out of my pocket, like look at what I done.
It looks like we lost Nick, and we are coming to the I guess we're past the hour as well. Even though we did have a false start, but thankfully I can edit that out.
Let's save it for another time.
Yeah, definitely. We got to have you back. So, well, since he's not here anymore, is there anything that you would like to shout out or say before we go?
I guess I should have put my Twitter somewhere. Like that's the place where I am most active. Links below.
If you DM me, I'll put everything in the description.
Sure. So. The most important thing is iverian.com. I update that website, so every time there's something new, it's there. So if you like completely forget about me and 6 years down the line, you're like, what is that kid doing right now? Like, just go to that website. That's where the comic is gonna be. If I have another crowdfunding or another free chapter or giveaways, it's there. That's like the safest place.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, right on. I guess that's the end of the show. So thanks for coming, and until next time, everybody.
Enough talk.